Hey, Michael, how are you?
I'm great, Dennis. How are you?
I'm great. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Christmas version of Coffee Talk. Michael and I are so glad that you chose to join us today. We're very excited because it's the holiday time, and we're both counting on what Santa's going to bring us, right, Michael?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. You bet. You know that song. You better not cry, you better be nice, never down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all that good stuff. So we're really, really glad that you're all here. It's hard to believe that it's been a year already.
It's just scary.
It is scary, isn't it?
Because the older you get, the faster it goes.
I know.
You would think it would be reversed.
Right. I would hope that it would be, but it's not going to happen.
No,
that doesn't happen in science, does it? No.
No.
But anyway,
Yes,
it's been
a very quick year. And
it has been.
we are very grateful to all of you who have
Yes.
supported us and loved on us and joined us and
Right.
all of that good stuff.
Yeah, it's been real exciting of all the new programs that we brought out in 2017, the new team members that have joined us. I mean, it's exciting to think that we have a team. We're a team. We're not just two people or three people. There's more of us now. It's a great thing, And it's just been really great. The first part of the year, we did lots of online programs that went off very well. People enjoyed them. We put up some webinars, and so people have been taking advantage of that.
They sure have.
They have. And in the summertime, we did some great things at the Institute, some live classes.
Right.
And led us right into the fall of the year for the Guru Gathering. We had a great turnout for the Guru Gathering, and my friend Alan Bush was kind enough to join us in that educational event. And
yes,
as a result of that, we're going to be doing more educational events between Guru Village and Method Alliance.
Right.
And, right after the first of the year,
Right.
February 26th, we'll be in Huntington Beach with Alan.
Right.
So we're very excited about that. So it's just been really a great year. And of course, this year we got the newsletter up and going.
Yes. Actually, our 8th issue just went out.
Wow.
Volume 1, issue 8.
Yes.
So next month it will be volume 2.
Yes. Issue 1.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is amazing. Also, not just the team members that have joined us, but the alliances we have made with
yes.
people like Alan Bush and the people at USP and Carla Jones in Atlanta.
Exactly.
And the
Western Beauty Alliance in Canada.
The Beauty Council of Western Canada.
The Beauty Council of Western Canada, yes.
It's a long name.
Yes. So we have formed a lot of alliances, people that we are working in tandem with. And that's made it very rewarding as well. I'm real impressed with our subscribership at the Club Guru. I mean, we have over 300 subscribers now, right?
Yes. 325.
325. That is huge. And we thank all of you.
325 emails went out.
Wow.
This morning. Yes.
That's great. Well, we're so grateful, and we thank every one of you that have subscribed, and our desire is hopefully we're giving you meat. Michael tells you all the time that I'm concerned about having content in there that you can actually use as a resource. So
and this last issue is chocked full
of
meat that people besides Dennis have provided.
Yes, we have contributing editors now that are willing to contribute articles to our newsletter, and
Yvonne Lee,
we're very proud of that. Yeah,
and she is just really, she would be someone that would be very much aligned with your chemical background and information.
Right.
I mean, she's very knowledgeable.
Yes, she is.
Because when I got her article, I said, well, what am I going to do with this? I can't even proof it. I just sent it to Dennis because
Right.
I thought, oh my goodness. Now I can listen to people talk about it and I do understand, but to proof a paper of that, or proof an article of that
Right.
consistency or that content, I'm not up for that challenge.
Right. No, she's very accomplished in the area of understanding how different ingredients interact with each other. And so I'm really glad that she is one of our contributing editors.
Yeah,
And
she's a wonderful
it's an interesting article. I think many of you might be interested. If you haven't read it yet, if you haven't opened up your newsletter, you might want to. It's going to give you another maybe perspective about some of the oils that we are using in our industry today. So,
wow, and the information about the emu oil. Now,
yeah.
I'm not going to give any of that away, but
Right.
I am telling you that
right.
was amazing.
Yes.
And what it contains and just how beneficial.
Right. So I think that that's been very worthwhile for us as well, along with, so we've been on social media. We've not been as consistent, doing our broadcast every week. And I think a lot of that was because we've been so busy with other things.
Yes.
Sometimes to a point to where we're almost overwhelmed with things that we need to get done. And then, of course, working with our partnership with USP and helping consult and help train their educational team
yes.
is another area that we're involved in, and helping them build a strong educational team as well as while we build our team as well. So it's been that kind of a year. We've had some interesting things on social media as always. And one thing is that I get frustrated, but then I guess I can kind of say, you know what? It just keeps coming back. Some of these questions and some of the things that people, our belief systems, and I think we've been fortunate enough this year to help some people have a new perspective on how hair color works.
Absolutely.
I mean, the contributors in Hair Tribe this year have been really wonderful because there's so many of them that, they really believe in our vision and they believe in our mission at Guru Village. And so to listen to them, to read their coaching when they're coaching each other, I thought how wonderful it is to have a forum where people aren't condescending to others, where people don't beat each other up because their belief systems may be slightly different. And and they've seen some of the things we've shared, the strategies and the techniques we've shared, they've seen that they work, and they are now implementing them in their daily lives. And, that's what it's about. It's about helping them implement these things in their daily lives so they can be more successful.
Correct.
So it's been a very rewarding year as far as that goes as well.
It's interesting that they can all have a very intense debate without being nasty, without being rude.
Yes.
And it's, however, they can, really drive their point home.
Yes, absolutely.
And like I said, not being nasty at all with anything. And nobody gets nasty back and nobody gets offended because I think they realize that it is such a huge learning environment for all of them that they want to hear other points of view and they want to hear other information that is truthful.
Right.
And for us to hit every truthful note of information would be impossible.
It would be,
by ourselves.
To cover all the bases, yes.
Right. So that would be very difficult.
That's why sometimes when there's a post on the forum and people are answering it with really great information, I don't usually post or make a comment, not because I'm not interested, but because they pretty much covered it. It's pretty good.
Right. Yeah. I've even been corrected.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. is that we are constantly learning.
Right.
You know, anyone who thinks they know it all, they should probably stop right now, because
Right.
the great
Because they don't.
exciting thing about this business is that you are constantly learning. You're learning new ways, and new ways to see things, maybe new ways to approach things.
Right.
And so we have to be open to that. And I think that's what helps us grow as a professional community, is being
Absolutely.
open and being willing to see someone else's perspective on it.
Absolutely. And
Right.
I just, when I got corrected several months ago, I thought it was the most hilarious thing that had happened in a very long time. And I gave that young woman, Devin Wolf Smith, a high five all the way from Chicago to
North Carolina, right? Isn't that where she is? I think
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Okay.
So yeah, so I was proud of her.
Right.
She and I should have known what she said, but I just misspoke, and
Yeah.
it was funny.
Yes.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
I don't ever get mad when I get corrected. I really don't.
Well,
It's not about my belief system. My belief system is mine to have, and I don't. It's I've spent my whole life really being ostracized sometimes for being different, and I went to school in a town of 500 people.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very different from all of my other classmates and the rest of the school. And so that has, that's like water off a duck's back. So
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that doesn't
growth.
ever bother me. But when I mistakenly say something and it's incorrect, I feel badly because I don't want to give misinformation.
Right. I think
I don't want to, that's not part of our tenets, to give misinformation.
Right.
It's to give truthful, honest information the best we know.
Absolutely. So that's been really great. This year we also opened up our new talent hair tribe for students. And if any of you know of anybody who's in beauty school who's looking for a forum, a resource, have them check out New Talent Hair Tribe, and one of our administrators will be happy to, connect with them and kind of give them an interview, and because you have to be a student to be part of that program. So it's all about for students, helping students kind of, find their way along the path as they're starting out in the beauty industry and things of that sort. So we started that this year.
Right, and we have some new coaches in there. We have Megan Caraher from San Diego. We have Sandra Avila from Tawlk, California. And then we have Yvonne Lee from Georgia.
Right.
Atlanta area.
Yeah. So that's going to be great as well.
Yeah, so you have an African-American stylist, you have a color expert, and a customer service expert.
Yes.
So, and then you also have Sylvia. Who is kind of lead mentor over all the other mentors in there. And she brings to the table texturizing for straight hair. Changing straight hair to texture.
All kinds of textures, smooth texture to curly texture to whatever kind of texture you wish to create.
Right.
But so that's all been good as well. And we also were involved in the opening of the Gray Coverage Corner on Facebook.
Right.
And that was begun by our dear friend, Jennifer Hernan.
Yes.
And so that has gotten lots of response because
they're going strong.
It was amazed how many people have gray coverage challenges. Of course, that's something we don't like to talk about, but it's one of the only forums that I've seen that's really focused towards issues in gray coverage.
Yes.
So
it is.
So it's been a very busy year opening all those different forums.
Yes.
And being involved in doing, our Guru Village education.
Yes.
Led us right up to the Guru Gathering, and then moved us into November.
And it hasn't stopped.
And it hasn't stopped. We planned our winter break for the month of December, but it seems that we're doing some, I'm doing some online education even during the month of
Right.
December, because we've had fellow professionals who said, look, I want this education. I want to get it done before the end of the year. Is there a way we can do this? And so, in fact, I just had a training today. And
Right.
yesterday and today, I was in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, but I was in Corona, California.
Where?
Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Muscle Shoals.
Shoals, yes. Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Yes.
Okay.
And it was,
Well, I know that our friend Hardy lives there, and she's a wonderful lady, and I've talked to her many times over
Right.
Messenger and all kinds of stuff. So yes, we're
Right.
very happy that
So I made
one of
some
the
discoveries.
tribe.
I made some discoveries today
Yes,
in the
you
class that I realized that, the last 10 to 15 years, and I'm going to make it a smaller window of time. I would say probably the last 10 years expressly. Okay. Our industry's been focused when it comes to coloring hair. Balayage has kind of like been the big deal. It was the ombre first, which, by the way, is ombra. It is not ombre, for those of you who want to know the proper spelling of it.
That depends on who you ask.
Ombre is a small little Mexican guy. Okay.
But if you're talking
Ombra,
about in French, ombre is a graduation of tone.
Ombra is a shadow.
Yes.
Yes. And so, that's where the original terminology came from. So anyway, we've been doing that, and we've been doing balayage, and that seems like we've become so obsessed in doing that we've forgotten that you can still do foils.
Right.
And we have actually 1 and 2 generations probably of salon professionals that really didn't get foundation in foils.
No.
I discovered that as I was going through foundation class that I put together for this person, because, I always believe in systems. Everything I do is a system. The way I formulate hair color, it is a system. V's, R's, and Y's, pigment weight, underlying pigment, all of that is part of formulation. The way that I treat guests in the salon, it's part of a system, operating from the 5 senses, creating an experience instead of worried about doing a service. It's creating an experience that's going to lead to a great service. Cutting hair, okay? Elevation, finger angle, lateral movement, in and out movements, all part of a system. Color placement, 8 bevels of the head shape, making sure that if I want color to fall in one place, that I'm going to be working within the bevel of the head. If I don't, that color's not going to fall where I want it to. I'm not sure that a lot of people really understand the 8 bevels of the head.
No.
I'm not sure they understand that how even in color, you can create too much lateral movement or pull everything together, and when you paint it and you release it, it spreads out. Now, if you want it to spread, that's great. But if you don't want it to spread, you get upset. And so it's about being on purpose. And I truly believe that if I have a system to work from, I can manipulate anything that I'm doing in any skill set. When Sylvia teaches texture, she teaches it based upon the bevels of the head. Did you know there's a reason that perm rods are only this long, this wide? Right. Traditional perm rods. It's so that they can set in a bevel of the head shape.
Right.
So all of this is part of that structure. And so I truly believe in systems. I believe that when someone says, well, I don't have a system, then I say it's very hard to measure your success. It's like people who cut hair and they don't have a system. Today they start from the left side, tomorrow they start from the right side. or they'll cut on the left side for a while, and then they'll go to the right side for a while. You know, that's erratic, and you don't complete your service, you know, in an adequate amount of time. That's why people struggle. That's why, you know, the same thing with balayage. Balayage is based on a system. It's based on the flats and the rounds of the head shape. And it's based on the type of section that you take. You know, I mean, but a lot of people don't know that. So when I look out there, I see that there is a lot more potential to empower salon professionals. And so I'm very excited because now I want to put together a foiling foundation program so that, and it's not just in foiling foundations, it's in color placement. Like when you do block color, if you don't block in the right place, your color's not going to come out where you want it to be.
Right.
So I think that systems are real important. And so being able to design this program, because this was like part of one of our other programs, and being able to design this program, I really made some discoveries myself. And that's why, you know, like you say, we always learn, even being the person who's the coach, when I prepare a program, and you know how I am, I never want to do the same program over. I always want it to be different. And so as I'm re-preparing the program, I kind of go, oh my gosh, this is great. I can do this. I can do that. So, so now I'm excited. So,
well, and now that you've mentioned it, you know who's going to be on you to get that accomplished.
Yes, absolutely. So in my spare time, whatever that is, between now and the first of the year, I'm going to try and have that program ready to go.
Because I'm going to put that in the catalog.
Okay, good.
Because my new design of the catalog is already done.
I'm so excited to see it.
Some more key pieces of information from someone.
Yes.
From the Gebhardts.
Yes.
For entertainment possibilities.
Yes.
And
because
we need to proof it together.
Right.
And hopefully add those new programs that you're doing.
Absolutely. And Sylvia, of course, you know, now is going to be doing texture evolution.
Right.
She's done a little bit of previews on it, and it's been, the response has been really great.
Very excited. And there are generations of hairstylists that have never done a perm.
Well, that's the funny thing. And you know, here's the thing. Because Sylvia is such an expert in what she does, she takes for granted that people know. That they know the difference between an acid wave and an alkaline wave and a buffered wave. And they know the difference between medium texture, fine texture, and coarse texture, and which kind of a wave works best. And they know the difference between tension and no tension. And they know the difference. They understand what a test curl should look like. And you know what? There's people who don't. We had a class just a couple of weeks ago, and the person in our class said, you have to teach me perms. You need to come and teach my staff how to perm hair, because we never really did perms in beauty school. We graduated beauty school without doing any real perms. And I'm thinking, how did you get out of school without doing that?
Well, and don't they have requirements? But, you know, I guess really they don't have requirements. You know, that's a big myth to the students that, you know, Illinois says you have to do 56 permanent waves before you leave school. No, it's not. That's the student can make the school some more money.
Yeah, well, yeah, we know how that is too, don't we?
Well, I
know
on a soapbox.
Now be careful. It's Christmas.
I'm gonna be careful.
It's Christmas.
However, the schools are double dipping. They're getting tuition money.
Right.
And they're making the student work for them for nothing. And they're keeping 100% of the revenue created by the student.
Mm-hmm. Just about pretty much sums it up, yeah.
Usually what it is they want to double the tuition. So they want you to make them as much money in services as they do in that you're paying in tuition. Did
Right.
you know that?
Well, I could understand that rationale. Sure.
Well, that's what they want.
Yeah.
And I did an alarming thing the other day and figured out how many students and how much tuition those students paid when I went through, and it made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah. Well,
Because I had 25 new students every 5 weeks for 3 years
yeah.
at $15,000.
Yeah.
That was a low.
Well, that's part of the industry, and we
Yeah.
have to deal with that.
It is not non-for-profit.
There. So in any case, so we have those things happening as well. And listen, don't we have a big announcement about something that's going to be happening
for a very long time?
Yeah, something that's going to be happening in January of 2018.
Called Guru Village Inner Circle.
Yes. Yes.
So we are launching a subscription service in January that you will be able to sign up for and get a monthly amount of education. There's going to be different levels, I believe, that you can sign up at.
Right.
Everything's not finalized yet. However, you're going to get monthly education. You're going to get a secret Facebook group. You're going to get all the team members. It's going to cover everything to do with hair and customer service.
Right.
So, and business.
Right.
So that is coming. And then also on January 7th, we are doing our annual The Year Ahead. And it is at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So you guys will have to, I cannot post it in the store without giving it a price. So I can't put it in the store and have people sign up. So you're going to have to sign up and send me an email at mvanhorn@guruvillage.net. And Dennis will put that down at the bottom of the screen so that you can see that and you can sign up. And it will be a Zoom, about probably hour and a half, 2-hour program where we're going to tell you what we're going to do in 2018. It'll give you a more in-depth look at the team members, and you'll get to meet all the new team members. So I just need people to sign up for it.
And we only have room for 50 people, right?
Well, you have to subtract the team off of that. So
we only have room for 43 people.
43 people. But if we get 43 people, and we have enough people that, say we get 60, we probably can split them into 2 groups and add another session on.
Okay.
But for right now, we have one session, January 7th, 6 p.m. Pacific time, a look ahead 2018.
Okay, great.
Then do you want me to keep going with the schedule?
You can, yes.
Or do you want me to do that later?
No, I think we should do it now.
Okay, so January 14th and 15th, Dennis and Lisa Enos will be in Atlanta at the Champion Beauty Supply.
At their educational center.
Their educational center. And it will be an artisan's workshop. You can do a look and learn one day or a 2-day look and learn, and the second day is hands-on.
Exactly.
Then January 21st and 22nd, Dennis will be in Fort Myers, Florida.
Right.
With 2 different classes there. And those are up on our website. You can sign up for those as well. One is
Epic Salon and Suites.
Right. And one is Salon
DNA. Right.
Yes. and the programs will be Look and Learn programs.
Right.
February 11th and 12th, Dennis, Sylvia, and Sandra will be in Turlock, California.
Beautiful Turlock, California. Not
Yes.
that far from Sacramento. It's about an hour and a half drive. It's a 2-day program. We invite you to come and see us. We'll be at Tangle's Salon and Boutique, and
Right.
we're very excited about that. So you can purchase tickets now on our website.
Right.
But those of you in the Northern California area, Central California area, that have been wanting to attend one of our live programs and you can't get down here to Southern California for it, we're coming to you. So,
Yes.
make sure you get signed up right away. And
Yes.
it's going to be fun, exciting 2 days of education. We'll be covering hair color, color theory, color placement techniques, permanent texture evolution, salon business. It'll be a full 2 days of education.
Yes, and again, it is an artisan's workshop. So
Right.
the artisan's workshop, for all of you that are curious, depending on the artists that are there, differ. However, they're always 2-day events. The first
Right.
day is Look and Learn, and the second day is hands-on. You learn to do what you learned you do what you learned on the first day.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Artisan workshop. Whenever you see an artisan workshop advertised, that's exactly what it is. It is a 1 day of Look and Learn, and the second day is hands-on. So that way, if you're a person who just wants to come and watch, you want to observe, you can do that. If you're a person who is like me and like many of us in this industry that want to get your hands in it, then you can come for both days.
Correct.
And that way, I'm a huge believer in going for both days because I believe that, we learn auditorially, we learn visually, but we learn most of all in our industry, especially kinesthetically. I can
Right.
tell you how to section the hair, but until I get to see you section and we get a hands-on experience, the learning is
Exactly.
really kind of limited. So,
Right.
so we encourage that. Exactly.
Yes.
So,
Then February 25th, Dennis will be at Sweeter Than Honey in Costa Mesa.
Sweeter Than Honey Hair Lounge in Costa Mesa, California. And it's going to be a 1-day educational event. If you're in the Southern California area, I encourage you, come and play in the sandbox with me. You've all heard me say that. It may change your career. Okay?
Yes.
That is February 25th. And then
February 26th with Alan Bush and the Method Alliance.
Right.
Will be in Huntington Beach, California. I don't know the name of the salon.
The salon is called Fusion, Hair Fusion. I think that's what the name is.
Okay.
But we'll get that up on
Yes.
the website.
There will be ads. So the people that will be there, well, of course, Alan Bush will be there.
Right.
Dennis will be there. Sylvia, Lisa Enos from Atlanta, and Megan Carraher from San Diego.
That's right.
So they are all going to be at this gathering on the 26th.
And it's going to be a long day, Michael.
It
Let's
is going to
start
be a
at
long day because
8 a.m. It begins at 8.
Alan wants to pack it, chuck it full.
8 a.m. till 6 p.m. It is going to be a long day. The first portion of the day will be demonstration, and then the second half of the day will be hands-on.
Very good. And who better to learn hair cutting from than,
That's as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely.
man who studied under Vidal Sassoon. Oh, and by the way, just a little tidbit. If any of you watch The Crown on Netflix, there was a shout out to Mr. Vidal Sassoon. Do you know who used to get her hair cut by Vidal?
The Queen?
No, Princess Margaret.
Princess Margaret did. Oh my gosh.
Yes, and she said, "Oh, darling, it's wonderful. You should go get your hair cut. I don't know, what is his name? Some young gentleman. What is his name? Is it Vidal Baboon or Vidal Baboon or something?" So
How
anyway,
cute.
yes, I was laughing so hard. So, yeah, so Princess Margaret used to get her hair done by Mr. Vidal Sassoon.
Wow.
And Alan Bush put the words to Vidal's method.
He did. He did indeed.
Then March 4th and 5th at the Upland Academy, Masters Series starts again for 2018. And that will be the first session, the 4th and the 5th. And then the 18th and 19th, we are in the virtual classroom. Dennis is teaching hair color science, pathway to success on the 18th. On the 19th, the double dose of formulation foundation.
Right.
And then on March 25th and 26th starts the new series, series of PET.
Right.
For the year, performance engagement training, which is for Train the Trainer. And that's the first series on the 25th and 26th.
That's the first quarter of the year.
First quarter.
Done.
Yes.
Done. So
now I want to fill up the 2 weekends that are open, and Dennis will be wherever I tell him to go.
So you can see that we have a full year ahead of us. The first quarter is already booked, and we're very excited about that. And, you know, Michael, one of the things people always ask, when they ask about it, they say, well, what is the Masters Series? And the reason that I call it the Masters Series is because it takes you from point A to Z, A to Z. It covers everything in the business, from consultation skills, from hair color theory, from hair science, formulation, application, techniques. Then we also cover color correction. We have 2 days of color correction. I think the Master's Color Correction Program is probably one of the most difficult color correction programs that there is, because you're not given a virgin, you know, a mannequin that's untouched. Your mannequins have all had color history applied to them. And so your job, you're given a target photo, and your job is in 2 days to make all 4 quadrants of that mannequin look the same. And we walk you through step by step. So it's not just throwing you out on your own. We give you the system. You know, here I am with systems again, the system for correction. There is a system. There's 7 steps. And we walk you through each one of those systems as you apply it to each quadrant. So anything that you deal with in color correction, you can pretty much handle once you've gone through that class. And then our 3rd class is about blonding. And because blonding is very, very popular today. It's, again, you know, it's a revival time for blonding. It's a different type of blonding, but we're still creating blonding. But we still have to know how to do double process blondes. What's the difference between a bleach and a high lift blonde? I mean, that's a funny thing with social media. I read some of these, you know, these conversations about what is high lift blonde, what is bleach.
Oh, high lift is so much more gentle.
Yeah, sure it is. It gets crazy. So once you've completed the series, the 6 days, then you are you get the master's certificate. You become a master of hair color, and so that is what the master's series is. That's what it's compiled of. People ask about PET training. They say, what is performance engagement training? And it really is train the trainer.
Is wonderful.
Well, thank you. But it doesn't matter whether you work for a manufacturer or whether you're an independent educator. You know, one of the most important things is to make sure that your presentations are impactful. Right. And it's surprising how many of the little things that we miss that keep a presentation from being as successful as it could be. And so it's to give us an idea about how adults learn. If we know how the mind processes information, and we can build an educational program in accordance with how the mind processes information, the potential of the information being impactful, and most importantly, the information being used is hugely increased. Because I'm sure many of you have been to educational events where you've invested dollars And at the end of the program, you went, well, I can't use this in the salon. I've invested the dollars to watch this person do this technique, but it won't work for my clientele. So our goal is to help anybody who's interested in being an effective trainer. Because I don't believe in educators. I'm sorry. I don't believe you can educate anyone, but you can create an environment where they want to learn. To me, that's most important. And that's what facilitation is. That's what performance engagement training is. It is creating an environment where the learner wants to learn, not trying to teach anybody anything, because that's part of the way the adults learn and the way they perceive and process information. So that's what PET training is. They ask about formulation foundation. Formulation foundation is basically what it is. It's foundation in formulating hair color.
Right.
You know, it goes to the principles of color, the color wheel, the level system, undertones, understanding values, you know, understanding hair color code. It's the way that I formulate and everyone I've trained formulates, and it changes the way you see color.
Absolutely.
And so that's what formulation foundation is about. Is it something that if you've never heard the information before, you can immediately grasp it and run with it? Probably not. Probably that's why we offer. That's why we offer a Facebook group that you can use as a resource over the next 30 days after you've taken one of those classes. So hair color science is exactly what it is. It is science. If you're not a nerd, you don't want to take this class. Don't sign up for this class.
No.
You know, if you don't get excited when you hear somebody say paraphenylene diamine, aminophenols, paraphenylene toluene, resorcinol, if those things don't excite you, don't sign up for this class.
No.
But if you want to know what they are, if you want to know what's in the color that you're using, other than quinoa and milk protein and all that other stuff that they talk about, this is the class for you. It's a class that will help you become more grounded in what you're working with. And so that's color and science. Did I pretty much cover all the ones that they've asked about?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Does Sylvia feed you quinoa?
Does she feed me quinoa? Yes, she does.
I do like quinoa.
I like quinoa, but not in my hair color. It has no relevance in my hair color. But some people think it does. So anyway, that's what we've been up to. That's our plan. Michael, what are you doing for Christmas?
The 23rd we're going. We have family Christmas.
That's great.
So I'll get to see my little cousins that are
wonderful.
You know, I'm the only, my cousin Kurt and I are the only ones without children. So it gets a little noisy for those of us who aren't used to being around it, but they're getting older now and they don't scream and holler like they used to. But it's fun. Good food.
Good.
Good food.
Yeah, we're gonna do that too. We're gonna be with some friends.'re gonna have some good food. We're gonna have some, you know.
Are you having it at your house?
No. Well, we might. You know, we usually have celebration around New Year's.
Otherwise,
and Sylvia makes her
food there.
She makes her souffle, her Grand Marnier souffle, which is absolutely fabulous. But anyway, this year I'm going to be going and working with the homeless. There's a friend of mine who is he's my spiritual friend, and they have a website called weserve.com. And during the holiday season, for people who are less fortunate than ourselves, we have an opportunity to go and help, either serving food for them at a special, at the mission or wherever they're serving food, or at the church. Also, we're able to take gift packages around to families that are in need. And I always like to do this at the holiday time because it really makes you appreciate what you have. I think sometimes we take for granted what we all have, even if it's even though we may think we don't have as much as others. we have more than some. And
That's right.
I think by being able to go out and help other people and bring that smile to their face and show them that we care for them, I
Right.
think that does our heart good. And that's what the season is about. You know, it's not just about all
Right.
the presents that you get, but it's about the presents that you give. And you can't give anything more than your service or your heart to whatever
Right.
you're doing. So we're going to do that. We're going to celebrate New Year's in a quiet way. December 30th
baloney. You
December
guys don't
30th is our
celebrate New Year's.
anniversary. And so we're going to celebrate our anniversary. We are probably going to go to the Royce Steakhouse. I have a feeling that's where we're going for our anniversary dinner.
What is the Royce Steakhouse?
The Royce Steakhouse is at the Langham Hotel in Pasadena, and it is the epitome of steakhouses. So if you are a steak lover,
Top Ruth Chris?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So
Can I go? Can I go?
They have a Kobe beef steak there.
That's a bunch of hogwash.
What? No, I love Kobe beef.
Whatever. Don't believe the hype. That's like, I bet it's organic. Anyway.
Well, I don't know that it's organic, but, well, it would be organic because it came from a living animal, so that would be organic. Anyway, look, we are wishing you all a happy holiday and a happy New Year, a happy Hanukkah, whatever holidays that you're celebrating at this, happy Kwanzaa, whatever holidays you're celebrating at the end of the year. We hope that you get to spend it with your family and you reflect upon all of the things that you're grateful for in the year 2017.
Yes.
And we look forward to seeing you all in 2018. So,
yes,
Michael, Merry Christmas to
Merry
you.
Christmas and Merry
Happy New
Christmas,
Year to you.
everyone.
And all that good stuff.
Yes, and I just want to say I'm so grateful for everything that has happened this year. It has really been very rewarding.
It has.
Very
it has.
rewarding.
Yeah. So, anyway, listen, everyone, have a great holiday. And as I say always, from my heart to yours, I'm Captain Color. I'm out. Michael, how about you? Are you out?
Bye!
Bye, everybody.